Hey, hey, thanks for joining. I didn't expect people to join this fast. Can you please tell me if you can hear me well? Hey, Mark, thanks for joining. So, I think you can all hear me well, right? If somebody can just confirm that, that would be really great. Hello, Patricia, thanks for joining. Just waiting. All right, perfect. You can hear me. So, believe it or not, this is the first time I actually do a live with this new setup. Um, that's Marley over there. There's Fiji's right next to me here. Max is behind me. I don't know if you can see. You can see him. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. So basically, what happened was I upload 3 videos a week. Monday night, Wednesday night. Sorry, no. Monday morning, Wednesday morning, Friday morning. And that is because those are the most active hours based on my YouTube analytics. And I have to respect that consistency in order for the algorithm to help me. So, as most of you know, I've been hit so hard by the algorithm because I took a few months off of YouTube after my father passed away. And I was getting like less than 500 views on my videos. It was really bad. So, right now, I started building up slowly. And today I had this video prepared. And obviously, I run out of ideas. You know, I can't just keep on coming up with ideas 3 times a week and make a video on it. So I prepared this video and I edited it and I was really happy with it. And then I upload it and I'm about to leave the house and I get an email saying I have a copyright claim on the video and nobody can watch the video until YouTube looks into it in the next 48 hours, which means I can't upload a video. Well, I can't publish the video. And then the algorithm will see that I missed one day and then I get punished again and I'll start losing views. And it's just like downward spiral from there. So I was like, what should I do? You know, I have to come up with a solution. There's no way I can make a new video, edit it, publish it. And I thought, you know what, maybe it's time to go live. I wanted to do a live when I reach 10,000 subscribers. I am right now at, let's see, 9,000, 9,900 something. Does it not say? Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, I don't know, 9,900 something. And I was like, you know what? When I get 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna go live, hang out with everyone. Um, that's happening now instead. So I thought I'll hang out with you all, take some questions, share ideas. Anybody, if you want to bring up a subject that you want me to comment on, feel free to leave it in the comment section here in the chat. If I'm not mistaken, this is, as I said, the first time I use it. There's also a link somewhere. Let me just double check. I have to. Okay. Yeah, there's a link under the description that says support the stream. If you click on that, you can leave a donation. I've never received a donation through this before, but I apparently have the option. So I thought, sure, why not? If anybody wants to support what I do or this channel, feel free to click on that link, streamlabs.com/SEBALEX, and leave any donation you wish to leave. Obviously, you don't have to do that. That's just in case somebody feels generous today. So yeah, Linda Gordon, BitChute, Dr. Rima, Libo interview. I have no idea what that is. I'm actually gonna copy paste this and see what that's about because I have no idea what that's about. Maybe I'll just leave it here and I'll look into it later on. Hi Seb, peace and love be with you. Thank you. Please like the video. Thank you. Scamdemic is for Depop drop vaccine push. Yeah, I don't know, but like I don't really have enough education about the whole thing. I definitely feel very confused with everything happening. Um, no one really knows what's going on, you know. It's so confusing because there's so much information out there, and the subject is so polarized. Like people can't even have conversations anymore without fighting about it, blocking each other, calling each other out, canceling each other. And for me, it seems like this is something that happens very often recently. Whenever there's a new subject, it becomes instantly politicized and polarized in a way where, as human beings, we're not even able to have conversations anymore about things. So that's definitely like a huge issue that I see in this day and age. Like everything, any subject, even wearing masks, for example. Why does it have to be about right wing or left wing? you know, everything becomes, and it's usually because of Americans, like at least American politics, I should say. But yeah, hi Seb, who is that behind you? That's Marley over there. Fiji's here. I can't show you right now. Let me see if I can show you Max. Uh, I have to move. I have to move this as well. And that's Max over there. So yeah, we have 3 foster dogs. And sorry, not foster. We've adopted them. But yeah, Marley's the first one. He's super cute. They've been periodically culling the human herd with wars and pandemics for thousands of years. I mean, wars have been going on, as you said, for thousands of years. It's just so ridiculous. How do you think we could be more effective in spreading the vegan message? Should we be acting more politically? If so, do you have any suggestions on how we could have an impact? So, how do you think we could be more effective in spreading the vegan message? I think that one of the most important things is to actually find a way to see if what you're doing is effective. So personally, when I was doing the lectures at universities and schools, I was giving out a anonymous survey for the students to fill out afterwards. And that survey just honestly asked so many questions for me to understand how people were feeling about it and to see if it's actually effective. And whenever I saw like an X amount of people mentioned one specific thing that could be changed in order to be more effective, I would immediately change it and then I would see results again. So I think that's one really good way of measuring how effective you are. But how can we all be more effective? I think to begin with, the movement has to be definitely more united and definitely have more strategies in place. How that would be, that's another question, but definitely we should unite. Should we be more? Should we be acting more politically? Definitely. I mean, political activism is very underrated, and I really want to share something with you all, but it's my upcoming project, and I can't share with you yet. And it's like, oh, I really want to share it, but maybe it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. But yes, political activism is very, very important, and I do think whoever has the ability and accessibility to get active politically, I think you should. Do you have any suggestions on how we could have an impact? My suggestion is find what you are good at and then go all the way in, because every single one of us has something to offer in this movement, and we have to take advantage of that. We can't all just do the same thing. That's just not how it works. I was about to ask about the dog too. 2 doggos, 3 doggos actually. The third one is here. Hi, Mike and Marley. Yes, the doctors know. I know my best friend was in fraud and death as a whistleblower. Massive graphene oxide and nanocrop in them. When is your ebook coming out? The ebook. So, 1 language left. All this time it's been 2 languages. Armenian and Indonesian were the last ones that were left. Because I've written the ebook obviously, and I'm waiting for volunteers to finish the translation. And obviously, since they're volunteers, I can't push them. I can't give a deadline or something because everyone is just volunteering to make this happen. So 19 languages in total, 18 languages are ready. I've already started preparing the website page on my website for people to be able to download for free. But I can't publish it yet because there's just 1 more language left. I am aiming for the 1st of August. Hopefully, if all goes well, it will be published. For those of you who don't know the ebook, I've written a free ebook called When Animal Rights and Logic Meet. And it's basically about logical fallacies and how we use them to justify our discrimination towards other animals, and how logical fallacies basically shape our discrimination towards other animals. And yeah, it's going to be available in 90 languages. Thanks so much for your answers. Thank you. Well, I really thank you all so much for joining. This was so last minute. I do want to make a quick Instagram story, because I shared on Instagram that I'm gonna go live, and then people will not know unless I shared there that I'm live. So if you could just have some patience for me. All right, copy link, share, copy, and then I'll take a photo of what I can see. Oh no, I hate the flash. Meanwhile, you can prepare the upcoming questions, that's for sure. I'll get to you. All right, okay, swipe up to join the live session. Boom. All right, I think that was easy. Just, okay, put the link. Thank you all for being patient with me. But as I said, I do want to share this so people know, because all right, done. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Divide and conquer strategy. Yeah, that's always been used actually. Best way to reach out to you. I'm also working on a new type of project. Email. I might take some time to reply back, just because I do everything by myself. So the ebook organization itself took so much time, because I had 18 teams working all at the same time, and I'm the one who does the final formatting of all the languages, which takes so much time, because I can't even read most of these languages. And then I do all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the brainstorming, SEO research, filming, editing, uploading, everything. I do it by myself, so I'm always late on my email. So do send me an email, but please know that it might take some time, and sometimes it takes enough time that I forget to reply, and I'm sorry for that. But are you optimistic about the future? I go back and forth on whether humans are awesome or horrible. I'm not very optimistic about the future, to be honest. This is something that I discuss a lot with my friends, and I struggle, because I want to be optimistic, but as you said, humans are not that brilliant. It's really, they don't make it easier on you. I mean, I shouldn't say they, I should say we, but it's difficult, especially seeing how stubborn most humans are. Maybe you already have a video on that, but if I've watched it, has been a long time. Could you tell a bit about how you became vegan and how you started being an activist? Okay, so good question. I actually don't have a video on that. I used to be a hunter. I used to go hunting. I loved meat. I had it on a weekly basis. I had animal products on a daily basis. And then one day my brother found a cat on the street and brought him home. And I was so obsessed with this cat. I loved him so much. And a friend of mine called me out on my hypocrisy. She was like, you keep on calling yourself an animal lover because of your cat, but you actually hunt animals, you kill them, you eat them. You're a hypocrite. And we started arguing, and then I was like, I wasn't comfortable with that, obviously, because it's true. I was a hypocrite, and I knew that. And she made me watch a video called Farm to Fridge. It's like a 12 minutes long video. She was vegetarian, actually. So when I finished watching the video, I was like, oh, I guess I have to go vegetarian now, because I didn't know anything about veganism. And I became vegetarian for 8 years. I didn't know anything about veganism. I had heard something about veganism, but I used to think it's like a dietary thing. that people do it for their health. And then 8 years after, I watched Earthlings, Gary Yourofsky's speech, 101 Reasons to Go Vegan, another speech on YouTube. And then I watched When a Tree Falls documentary and Behind the Mask documentary. And that's when I went vegan. And a year after, I saw videos of, no, photos of activists in London doing the Earthlings experience in the metro. And I was like, wow, that is so powerful, you know. And if I'm against what's happening to other animals, I should talk about this, you know. I shouldn't just do it individually. So I started joining local groups in Barcelona, doing the same thing in the metros, and that's how my activism started. Um, I did that for quite some time, um, and then I started working. I'm an architect, so I had a job in an architecture and engineering company. Did that for some time. Then I started organizing activism myself, and when I started seeing the impact, I just couldn't be in the office. I was like, the whole time I just wanted to go out and do activism. And that's when, with time, I was like, I think I can't continue this. What about, like, I step back from my work and I just give all my time for activism. I start a Patreon page. If I get enough support um, through Patreon or donations, then I'll continue. And that would mean that people see value in what I do. And if I don't get enough support, that's completely fine. I'll just like get any job and continue doing activism anyway. But thankfully, and I'm so grateful for everyone who has supported me along the way with the monthly donations or one-time donations. I was able to continue, and that was, I think, almost 3 years ago now. So that's my activism story. Same, I feel the world is getting worse. Yes. Do you think the world will ever be vegan world? Personally don't. I think it will end before that ever happened, but I still do vegan, do activism, and try to help other vegans. Yeah, same thing. I also don't think we'll ever have a fully vegan world. I'd love to. I hope that happens. I don't think it will happen, but just because I don't think it will happen doesn't mean I'll ever stop fighting for it. Same way, just because I don't think racism will ever disappear from the planet, that like I would still continue fighting against racism whenever I see someone acting in a racist way. Um, Although I know we're never gonna have a racism-free planet, unfortunately. I thought COVID would be the deal breaker and finally wake us up. Sadly, it hasn't turned out that way. Yeah, me too, to be honest. Like, if you think about what we've done, it's so messed up. My comment on COVID wasn't meant to disrespect. No, don't worry about that. No, but thank you. Melanie, studying history might help. Throughout the ages, people have thought the world was better before. I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But I think, in general, it is said that at the moment the world is the best it has ever been when it comes to the amount of war or killing or crime in general. Apparently, everything is going down, but we're more exposed to it, so we think it's getting worse. That's, I mean, don't take my word for it. I read that on an article. I'm trying to drink 4 liters of water every day, and I have this little notebook where, all right, I have like, oh cool, I have half a liter left for today. I'm doing a challenge called 75 hard, I think. And it's basically every single day I have to drink 4 liters of water, read 10 pages, work out twice for 45 minutes each. One of them has to be outdoors, follow diet, no cheat meals. So what I do is I work out in the morning, but that's something I was doing anyway for 45 minutes. And then the second 45 minutes, I do it at night around 8 p.m. I just go for a walk because it has to be outdoors. And before I sleep, I read 10 pages. And throughout the whole day, I'm drinking so much water out of this. Um, it's quite intense. I also cycle sometimes instead of walking. So tomorrow, instead of working out in the morning, I'm gonna cycle 75 kilometers. For those of you who don't know in miles, that is 46 miles. I've done this ride before. I really like cycling, that's why. And it really, I mean, movement in general helps so much when it comes to mental health. And that's one of the main reasons I do it. Um, so yeah, I've done this ride before, but right now I'm on day 12 from the 75 days of this challenge, and it's really intense. So I don't know how tired I'm going to be tomorrow. I do have to wake up in 7 hours or something because I have to leave home at like 5:15 a.m. because it's like a 4 hours ride because I have to go up a really steep mountain. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. A book called The Moral Arc by Michael Shermer discusses how it is slow and halting, but the moral arc of the universe is upward. That's interesting. The moral arc. Never heard of that. Have you ever accidentally unknowingly ate something not vegan and found out later? If so, how did you cope with it after and not completely yourself? Okay, so this is horrible. I was in Berlin. This was not 2 years ago. 3 years ago maybe. Oh no, I actually became an activist more than 3 years ago. I said 3 years earlier. So this was probably 3 or 4 years ago. I was in Berlin, and it was late at night, like 11 p.m., and I'm starving. All right, and I personally only buy from vegan restaurants when I have the option, if I can afford it. And I kept on looking, and I couldn't find any open vegan restaurant. And I found one restaurant that has this really famous burger. All the vegans love eating there, even though it's not a vegan restaurant. And I was like, you know what, whatever. All the vegan restaurants are closed. I'm gonna have to eat somewhere. So I ordered this vegan burger from the restaurant. They deliver it. I sit down. I take one bite. I take the second bite, and I feel something weird. And keep in mind, by this time, I haven't had any meat for like um, 12 years, something like that, 13 years. And I look at the burger and I realize it looks exactly like meat. And I'm thinking the only vegan burger that looks like this is the Beyond Burger, the Beyond Meat. And I'm sure I didn't order the Beyond Meat. So I called them. Um, I told my friend, and she was like, "No, no, that's the thing. Like their burgers are really famous. It's vegan. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's not vegan." So I sent her a photo, and she called the restaurant and told them, and they confirmed to her like 3 times, like, "No, no, no, the order was a vegan one." And I took one more bite, and I was like, the thing is, like, it had been so long that I had meat that I didn't even know. I didn't even remember that well. So I was pretty sure by that time that this is not a vegan burger. So I ran to the restaurant. It's like 15-minute sprint because I have to get there before they close. And I walk inside, they're cleaning, like everything is closed. They're packing up the place. And I put the burger on the counter and I say, "Is this a vegan burger or a flesh burger?" And the guy takes like half a second look, and he turns around and tells the guy in the kitchen, "This is meat." And I was so angry. I was so angry because this is exactly why I don't trust non-vegan restaurants. And it happens very rarely that I eat at non-vegan restaurants. And when I did, they messed it up. So they did this. At this time, they had already confirmed like 3, 4, 5 times that this was a vegan burger. So they're super embarrassed. The guy started yelling at the guy in the kitchen. I started feeling bad because look, I don't like that they messed up, but I don't want someone to get yelled at like midnight because at the end of the day, everyone's a human. We make mistakes. God knows how many hours that guy was working for, and he messed up one order. Unfortunately, I hate the fact that he messed it up, but he did. So I told the guy, don't yell at him. It's fine, whatever. Like just get me a vegan burger, please. and they gave me a vegan burger, like extra fries, extra sauces, extra drink, just apologizing constantly. But you know what? It's not much you can do at that point. I hate it, but it is what it is. I went back to my friend's place, straight into the bathroom. I made myself throw up. I just wanted the meat to be out of my body. I didn't want to have that in my body. I didn't feel comfortable with it in any way. So I threw up, and then I had the vegan burger and went to sleep. So yeah, that's it. Okay, are most of your friends and family vegan? Yes and yes. My mom is vegan. My dad was vegan. Um, my siblings aren't vegan, but the thing is, none of them are anti-vegan, which is nice. When I'm there, I don't sit on the table unless it's fully vegan, and none of them mind. So it's almost always vegan, since my mom is vegan as well. Um, and most of my friends, I do have very few non-vegan friends. Some of the closest ones are actually non-vegan. Um, but yeah, I mean, most of the time, most of my friends, since I've been an activist for so long and I've been vegan for so long, most of the people I know are vegan, are people that I met from the community. Humans are herbivores. See YouTube, Dr. Milton Mills. Yeah, Dr. Milton Mills is really good. That happened to me once. Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. It's happened to me probably 3 times. I haven't eaten meat for 34 years. It's so traumatic. Oh, that's horrible. 34 years. Yeah, I'm sure it has happened to me more, like more than once. I'm sure. Like, places mess up all the time, so I'm pretty sure it happens more often. I never eat at non-vegan places either because of the same thing. Love and appreciate you, Seb. Thank you. So for those of you who are joining late, the reason why I'm doing this live is because I was supposed to upload a video today, and the video got flagged and copyright claimed. And I had to immediately come up with another idea, so I decided to go live. If anybody wishes to support, this is the first time I'm using this software called Streamlabs to be able to go live. And then they provided me with a link that you can find in the description, streamlabs.com/SEBALEX, I think. And if you wish to donate any amount of money to support my work, support this channel. By the way, these things that you see in the back, that's for the sound quality for all of you. There's 2 huge ones here as well, and this new microphone. And I got another microphone, it's over there. I use that one for the videos. I don't use this one for videos that often. But I got that one for the YouTube videos that I'm making. This is more for other stuff. So yeah, if anybody wishes to support in any way, feel free to use that link. But as always, I'll continue doing what I'm doing, whether or not there's any donations. As much as I can. I mean, as much as I possibly can, I will continue doing activism. As long as I'm doing that and I'm getting support, if any of my patrons are in this chat right now or in this live, I just want to thank you as well. I cannot thank them enough, to be honest. I thank them at the end of every single video, but I still feel like it's not enough. All right, back to the questions. That is so horrible. I'm sorry that happened to you. I try to eat at only vegan places too. When it happened to me, it made me feel sick immediately upon finding out. Then I cried for a while. Oh, yeah, it is really horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. What are your thoughts on space tourism? Oh my God, space tourism. I think it's messed up. I think it's way too early. We have way too much stuff to deal with on this planet first before we spend so much money on space tourism. I think that's ridiculous. The amount of people that have been struggling because of the pandemic, while very few multi-billionaires have made more money than they have ever had, is just ridiculous. And the fact that that money is being used now for space tourism, no words, I swear. There's so much stuff to fix on this planet first before going to space. But that was a good question. Where was it? Okay. Have you taken the Liberation Pledge? How do you cope with big events such as weddings? I have taken the Liberation Pledge, and I haven't been to a wedding since I took it. Um, no, like I've been to, let's say, big events, as in like gatherings, family, or I don't know, big group of friends or something, and I just in advance I tell them like, just so you know, I don't really share a table when there's dead animals on it. So uh, if you're open to it, I would love to have a fully vegan meal, and I'm more than happy to help everyone make that, or I can cook myself or order all the food for everyone. I always offer help. I don't just say it has to be vegan, that doesn't work. And so far, I have only had positive experiences. I have never had people go like, "All right, then you're not gonna come, or you're not invited, or we don't want you there, or whatever." So far so good. I think if I'm ever at a situation where it's a wedding, I would just communicate in advance and say, can you make sure that the table that I'm going to be on is fully vegan? Maybe people who want to be vegan that day, eat vegan that day, we can just share a table together. I think that's more than fine to ask. A debunk of plants feel pain. Oh my god. It's weird because it's one of the most brought up um, arguments that people give. They're like whatever you say. What about all the food that you're eating? You think you don't cause any plant suffering? Like really, you care about plants? Like, and it's really stupid because these people, if they care that much about plants, it means that if they're driving down the road and there's a dog that runs out of nowhere and they have to decide to either hit the dog or go over the grass, if they care so much about plants, they would be confused in that moment. But no one would, because everybody would just go over the grass, because we know that grass is not the same as dogs or other animals. A plant is a plant. They're alive. They're very intelligent, but they're not sentient. Intelligent, I mean, they react to stimuli. But like so does my phone. I pick it up, it turns on. That's reacting to stimuli. You know, doesn't mean my phone is sentient. It's intelligent, but it's not sentient. So uh, the thing is, even in a parallel universe where plants were sentient, a vegan diet is better because non-vegans have to also feed 60 billion land animals who eat so much plants, like ridiculous amount of plants until they're fit to slaughter. So yeah, but it's just random words that they throw. They don't really mean it. Alden, hey, thanks for joining. Happy birthday. You made it just home from work. What did I miss? Not much, just chatting. We're talking about different subjects. I wanted to go live because I missed well, I was supposed to make a video and I made the video, and then the video got a copyright claim, so I can't publish it, so I had to immediately come up with another idea, which is the live. So throw in any questions you might have. And it's natural for humans to eat other animals. How is it natural? And even if it is not, I mean, that's just like an appeal to nature fallacy. It's a logical fallacy. And if anybody wants to know about logical fallacies, don't forget to subscribe on my website, sebalex.org, so you can stay up to date for when the ebook is out, because that's all that it's about. Would love to see the Eid al-Adha video. Yes, that's what the video was about today. For those of you who don't know, it's a Muslim holiday today when they kill millions of animals, and I made a video about it. I can't believe I'm not going to be able to publish it the day of the holiday. Like, I have it ready, and YouTube is not letting me use it. What happens if you go camping with friends and everyone else, non-vegans, eats around the fire? I think that's fine. I mean, you're always going to try your best, but they're going to know. As long as they know, I think one of the most important things is that you make the stance. You make a stance. You say it, all right? You communicate that with them. They know where you stand. What they do after that, it's up to them. But as long as you're making the stance, I think that's what counts, because then they're going to be self-aware of what they're doing, and That's probably the most important part for me. But that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. If you're camping and other people around you are eating other animals, there's only so much you can do. Do you have thoughts on that discussion that's been going on in some vegan channels about killing predators to reduce suffering in the wild? I do have thoughts. I haven't given it enough thought. That's why I don't share much about it. Killing predatory animals because they cause suffering. Just thinking about it superficially, I'm against it for the very simple reason that we don't kill humans for causing suffering, right? And if we're gonna do that to other animals, then what is the trait that is true of these animals that, if true of these humans, would justify killing humans as well? As simple as that. We can't really justify it as, I mean, unless these people are actually advocate for killing humans as well. That's Fiji, by the way. Fiji, come say hi. Oh, baby. Fiji's so cute. She's rescued from the meat industry, by the way. She's so cute. I wish I could carry her, but she freaks out every time. Like, if you go over her like that, she freaks out. But sometimes she lets me carry her. I'll try. Fiji, come. Come. Okay, no, she doesn't want to come. I'm not going to force her. Okay, so that's my stance on the wild animal suffering and predators issue. Hey Seb. All right. Hello from Germany. Thanks for joining. It's crazy to see what people say when you test their beliefs. Blows my mind. So true. Surely no vegan wants to kill predators. Maybe give contraceptive. See, you'd be surprised. Some of them do. However, the contraceptive part is also a bit complicated, because then what do you do with the population of the animals that are not getting killed? They're just multiplying now. There's a huge imbalance in nature. I don't know what's the next step. Maybe I should have an open discussion with someone to learn more about this. What do you think about lab-grown meat? Personally, I will never eat it. Too creepy, but I think it'd be great for turning others off eating animals. Same. I think it's ridiculous that we have to go to that point for people to stop killing animals. But if that's what we have to do, then you gotta do what you gotta do. No? I wouldn't eat it either. I think it's stupid. I really think it's stupid that we have to grow meat in labs so people stop killing other animals. But again, it seems that is probably one of the most effective ways to get people stop killing other animals. But the thing is that they will definitely continue to kill. I'm a bit lost what that was about. I'm sorry. I forgot what that was about. Sorry, Luis. If you want to share that point again, I'd be happy to continue. Do you think humans should be concerned about our population as it encroaches? I've never heard that word. On other living beings we are supposed to share this planet with? Definitely. Definitely, I think we should be careful with our population. We can't just grow exponentially and consume the way we consume and destroy the environment. I forgot the name of this guy, Hunter, that you had great conversation through your YouTube channel. He understood most of the things, so you both agreed to do it again on some more topics. Have you done it? What was his name? Super nice guy. Forgot his name. We haven't done another one yet. No. I think his name was Corey, but I don't remember very well. I have a bad memory, but no, I like that guy so much. He's so genuine, to be honest. But yeah, maybe it's time to do another live with a Hunter. What country are you in? I'm in Thailand. Oh, nice. You're not so far. I'm in Indonesia. I've been based here on and off for 2.5 years now. Yes, that's a great idea, because people always say what we do with all the land animals if we stop eating them. Yeah, it's I have no words. I don't know how it would be at that point. Okay. I agree. I feel like the only way to get most humans to stop eating meat is by making it illegal in lab grown meat. Unfortunately, that's what it seems like. I'm just wondering if making it illegal is something realistic. Would enough politicians and people get behind it to make it illegal? I don't know. Can I say the N word in here? Why would you do that? Okay. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Okay, I don't think I've missed any questions now. What time is it? All right, it's been 40 minutes. It's 10:30 p.m. here now. If I go to bed at 11, that gives me 6 hours of sleep before I go cycling. That's not enough. So I'll do this for 5 more minutes because I'm gonna have some fruits to carb up and then go to bed and yeah, cycle tomorrow. Okay, that makes sense. We got a troll. Meat is so delicious though. Alright, well, what do you want me to do about it, bro? What time is it where you are? It's 10:30 p.m. Killing should be illegal. All animals. Agreed. Seb, I was referring to the killing predators issue. The trait different in humans is that we can isolate those humans and give them plant food, but it's impossible to do that with carnivore. Alright, okay. So basically you're saying the trait difference is like it's okay, I mean, that it would be justified to do that with predators and not humans because humans you can isolate them. Well, so what is the I get your point, but then what would be the solution? Do you kill all the predator animals or do you isolate them? Like do you put them in specific areas where they cannot eat other animals and then you give them food that happens to be plant-based? Or I don't know. I am not fully I'm not really on board with it. I don't know. I'm open to it. Like I'm more than open. I mean, anyone who knows me long enough, you know, I'm always open to changing my views and stuff as long as I get convinced. But at the moment, it also seems a waste of time to talk about it when there's such like so many more animals. Like 84,000 animals are killed every single second by human beings. That is something we can actually control. So I think it's better to get to that conversation once we're done dealing with humans, you know? No, they won't get behind it, which brings me back to us never having a vegan world, sadly. So true. Have you seen Simon Amstell's Carnage? What did you think? I've seen it. It's been, well, it's like 4 years ago that I saw it, but it's really, really great mockumentary. I loved it. Thank you so much for answering the questions. I really like your work. Thanks for what you do. Very inspiring. Thank you. Have fun with your B12 deficiency. I don't know what you want me to say. I guess I'll have fun with my B12 deficiency. Oh man, gotta love the trolls. Holiday of Murder sounds like Satan to me. Do you know how long people have been following vegan diets for? Thousands of years. So the oldest, I mean, there has been a tribe that had been vegan for like 5,000 years on the Himalayas. But the oldest documented vegan who was vegan by ideology for the ethics was Abu Ala al-Ma'arri. He was a Syrian poet who lived in the year 1000. And he even has a small, beautiful poem called Why I No Longer Steal from Nature. I have a video about him on my channel if you want to check it out after we're done with this. In like a minute or two. I think the video is called The Oldest Vegan No One Is Talking About, something like that. All right. Do you think we should buy vegan products at places like Burger King? Ideally, no. I think if you can afford to just go to a vegan place, that would be much better. I have a video on that topic as well. Discussion about killing predators is painful in my heart. I understand. How long are you vegan? It's been like 7 or 8 years now. I agree that it's an argument for the future. Yeah. All right. Cody Looker. Yeah. Cody. That's the hunter I did the debate with. Trolls everywhere. Love your answers to the trolls. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Let me just see. Where are you from? I'm Lebanese Armenian, born and raised in Lebanon, but originally Armenian. Thanks so much for your great videos. Thank you for the support. And Luis said, ideally, you would do everything possible before killing them, but imagine if it was human killing other humans. All right. Let's continue that discussion next time. I am going to sign off now. Thank you all so much for joining. I really enjoyed this. Maybe I should do this every week or every 2 weeks. Oh, actually just got my first ever donation in here. Thank you so much, Peter. What's your thoughts on supporting vegan items at non-vegan places? Do you think we should only eat at vegan restaurants or support non-vegan restaurants? Okay, so I do have a video on this. If you want to check the video on the channel, I think it's called Should Vegans Eat at Non-Vegan Restaurants? However, you did send me a donation, and I really want to show you some gratitude for that and definitely share my answer with you as well. My thoughts are the following. Non-vegan restaurants offer vegan options because they want to make money. Some vegan restaurants are vegan because they want to make money, but a lot of vegan restaurants are vegan because of ethics. I personally believe in asking and in creating demand for vegan restaurants, not vegan options within non-vegan restaurants. And there's this misconception that if we don't go to non-vegan restaurants and buy the vegan options, that they're going to remove the vegan options. This is not really true because non-vegan restaurants don't make vegan options for vegans. We are like 1% of the population. No business is going to create a product for 1% of the population or even less. The vegan products in non-vegan restaurants are usually for flexitarians and vegetarians. And there has been some studies going through this. I've checked this myself with restaurant owners. They don't really do it for the vegans. They're not waiting for you to buy it in order for them to keep it on the menu. So that means if you're going to spend money and you can afford going to a vegan restaurant and supporting them, do that. That is my personal opinion. That's my advice. That's how I do it. Maybe one day I'll change if I'm provided with a better argument or if data shows that non-vegan restaurants rely on the vegan population to do this. But until now, what I've seen is that they don't. So I prefer supporting fully vegan restaurants. However, do check out the video on my channel if, I basically talk about the same thing. But I hope I answered your question, Peter. Thank you so much for the donation. Seriously, that was really nice of you. Let me just catch up with the last comments. Thanks, Seb. Thanks, Seb, and everyone except Troll. Get a life. All right. The bulk of humanity is what we call it. Yes, once in a week. Once in a week would be awesome. All right. So maybe I'll do 2 videos, like scripted videos every week, and then 1 live session with you all. Okay. That's it. I think that's it. I was supposed to stop this earlier, but yeah. Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your time. If you want to support this channel, if you want to support my work, everything I'm doing, the ebook, the Animal Rights Center in Lebanon, these videos, and more projects that I'm working on in the background, feel free to check out my website, SEBALEX.org. You can support me with a monthly donation or a one-time donation, whether that's $2 or 20 or 200 or whatever one feels like or one can give. Of course, I always appreciate that. It makes my work possible. So massive, massive appreciation for all of you who